welcome back. I wanted to do a quick little video about this four-wheeler and plow setup that I have. I'll turn it off in just a second. But I've got the 2022 models, I believe, the CF Motos. And I attached an older style plow because I didn't want to buy a new one. I wanted to use my old one. Let me show you how I did it. I've had the CF Moto ATVs for a couple of seasons now, and I'm still very, very happy with them. As a matter of fact, just the other day we got another 9+ inch storm here, and the snow ended up being really kind of wet and heavy. You can kind of look around. It's been melting off for the last few days. You can see it brought trees down, and it's still relatively beautiful. And this machine, 500cc CF Moto, handled it without a problem at all. And one of the reasons that I think it does that is that this old plow that I'm using is steel. And you can see it's got a replaceable blade on the bottom. And let me see, it's got a tag on it. Yeah, it's one of these older fully metal county plows, bigger on one end. But the issue that I had a couple of seasons ago is that I had this old universal mount, and if you look underneath any of these newer ATVs, it's all plastic. So you have to get a little creative if you want to use an older style like that. Of course, they're happy to sell you something new, but the newer plows are light duty, and this thing has the weight to scrape down just fine. So let me show you the part that I took off and how I attached it. Just incidentally, I did have one issue during this last storm. Just beyond this little blue cart, the driveway kind of slopes down to the lower driveway, and I got a little rambunctious, went too far, so I did have to just hook up a strap and tug myself out with the old Jeep here. But anyway, back to what we had to do. We had this skid plate, and it's just plastic, not a big deal. They have a space, I believe, so you can change the oil. Just held on by 4 bolts to the bottom. Simple enough to pop that off, because if anyone knows, with these older plow systems, the way that they work is that there is a pivot spot that they go to, and then they just go out front. If you can see where the hook mounts up for the winch, and underneath is a little bit hokey, and you can see that this one's getting loose. That's pretty awful. I didn't pre-look under here. Is I was able to get this universal mount tucked up in here in such a way that basically when it comes to the ATV and the placement of where the winch is, this location, like for the whole mount back and forth, is very, very crucial. So you have to get creative, which you can see I kind of did here. And then you can see if you leave your plate on, you're going to have some bangs when you're out riding your ATV. And then you got to keep an eye on things. So basically I have 4 U-bolts that go up over frame tubes that I've found homes for. And this one is, you can see how my finger is, it's very light duty on the 2 back ones. But oddly enough, it's been rock solid for the last couple seasons and haven't had any issues other than having to get underneath here and do that once in a while. So basically anybody that has any interest in hooking up an older, get my camera right, plow to a newer machine, like I said, I'm using the CF Moto 500 to do our plowing around here, and I do have a driveway that's, I'm gonna say 400+ feet long, and then a lot of areas around where cars are. But yeah, figured I'd share that if anyone had any interest to it. Has been super happy with the size of the machine, pushing all kinds of snow around here. And with that, I just want to thank everybody for coming along with me. And I've got over 500 subscribers now. I'm really psyched about that. I'm really inspired to kind of keep things going on the channel here. So appreciate it. I want to encourage everyone to get outside and get your hands dirty, and we'll see you in a little bit.